Christian Horner has been the backbone behind Red Bull Racing for 2 decades. Since 2005, he's been the man behind the curtain, building the team, shaping the culture, and turning Red Bull into one of Formula One's most successful teams. Most fans thought he would be in charge forever. After all, Horner was Red Bull. Through every win, every setback, and every championship, he was always there, unshakable, untouchable. But in Formula One, nothing lasts forever, and now, after years at the top, Horner is out, fired, and the timing couldn't be worse for the team. In this video, we'll look at what really led to Horner's exit, how it's affecting the team, and most importantly, what it all means for Max Verstappen's future. From internal scandals, to public drama, to technical struggles and contract clauses, we'll unpack the full story and explain why Red Bull's biggest challenge might still be ahead. Let's start with one thing that should we all agree on. Christian Horner wasn't just a manager, he was the builder, the architect behind Red Bull Racing. When he joined the team in 2005, Red Bull was not thinking about titles. In fact, they weren't even really a racing team. They were just using F1 to advertise their drink. But Horner had bigger plans. He helped build the Red Bull factory from the ground up. He recruited some of the most important engineers in the sport. He even convinced Adrian Newey, one of the best designers in F1 history, to join. Together, they built a racing dynasty. Since then, Red Bull has won 6 constructor championships and 8 drivers' titles, 4 with Sebastian Vettel and 4 with Max Verstappen. And while other teams like Ferrari had 6 different team bosses during the same time, Horner was the one constant at Red Bull. He supported Verstappen from day one. He called him a future world champion, before most people even knew his name. He stood by him in hard times and gave him the tools to dominate. But even if you build something great, it doesn't mean you'll always be the one running it. Here's when things started to fall apart. In early 2024, news broke that Christian Horner was accused of sexual misconduct by a female employee at Red Bull Racing. The case went to court twice, and both times Horner was found innocent, but the damage was already done. Some private messages linked to the case were leaked, and even though the court didn't find him guilty, the public reaction was strong. During the 2025 car launch event, the crowd even booed Horner live on stage. Later on, the employee who made the accusation was suspended, but by that point, Red Bull's image was already shaken. For a company that builds its identity on energy, youth, and winning, this kind of scandal was a nightmare. And now here's where things get interesting behind the scenes. Even though Horner and Red Bull seemed fine on the outside, inside the team, there was a power struggle going on. Christian Horner and Helmut Marko have worked together for years. They respect each other, yes, but they also disagree a lot. Marko has a different vision for the team's future, and many insiders say that if one of them had to go, the other wouldn't be too upset. Adding to the drama, Jos Verstappen, Max's father, took Marko's side. In 2024, right after the scandal, Josh publicly said that Horner should leave. And when Josh speaks, Red Bull listens, especially when it comes to Max. This internal fight weakened the team. Trust was breaking down at the top, and it didn't stop there. Red Bull started the season much weaker than anyone expected. While 2023 and 2024 were almost perfect years, 2025 has been a different story. McLaren and Mercedes are looking stronger, Ferrari is catching up, and for the first time in years, Red Bull is no longer the clear favorite. Max Verstappen is still fighting, but the car isn't there. The title looks out of reach this season. And more than that, Red Bull's ideas for the future, especially the 2026 regulations, are not looking as strong as what Mercedes or Ferrari are planning. Red Bull will switch to Ford engines in 2026, which was Horner's big idea, but with him gone, the question is, can the team even execute it? The board started losing faith, sponsors got nervous, and finally, Red Bull made their move. In July 2025, Christian Horner was officially fired from Red Bull Racing. He had a contract that ran until 2030, so this decision was not cheap. Red Bull will reportedly pay millions in compensation, but they still did it. Why? We're still not sure, but maybe the team needed a full reset. And Horner, with all the baggage from the scandal and the current performance issues, was holding them back. They don't want him to go to a rival team though, not with all the secrets he knows about Red Bull's car, their design and their strategy. But I am pretty sure that sooner or later, he'll be back in F1. Don't forget, Ferrari already tried to hire him twice in the past. For now, Red Bull replaced him with Laurent Mekies from Racing Bulls. But let's be honest, this is a huge change, and stability is already broken. So the big question now is, what does Christian Horner's sacking mean for Max Verstappen? Well, there are two ways to look at it. One, he stays. After all, Josh Verstappen, Max's father, already wanted Horner out when that scandal with the Red Bull employee happened. And maybe this was even part of the agreement for Max to stay at Red Bull. If that's true, then perhaps the team just did what Max needed. Or two, he leaves. Because let's be honest, the Red Bull he joined is not the Red Bull he sees today. Newey is gone, Horner is gone, many key engineers have already left. The team is slowly falling apart. Verstappen even has a performance clause in his contract. If the team underperforms, he has the legal right to leave early. And who's waiting for him? Mercedes. There are strong rumors that Toto Wolff wants Max Verstappen to join Mercedes. With the new regulations coming in 2026, Mercedes could offer a more promising future for him. But while these rumors and other hints suggest it might happen, the future is still far from certain. Now let's bring it all together. Christian Horner, the man who built Red Bull from nothing into a world champion, is now gone. The scandal, the drama, the power struggle, and the performance drop all finally caught up with him. Red Bull now faces a massive rebuild. They've lost key people, they've lost momentum, and they might even lose Max Verstappen. 1 year ago, they looked unbeatable. Today, they look like a team trying to hold everything together with a tape. The coming months are crucial for Red Bull, as they will shape not only the team's future, but could also influence the balance of power in Formula 1 for years to come. So what do you think? Is this the end of an era, or just the beginning of something new?